good?
Yeah, yep. Yeah,
Alright, I'm dropping them. Okay, clear. Throw in reverse, Captain.
Oh, shoot.
Came out here to help him get the engine down, and I guess he didn't need my help. Old motor removed. All that was left was this dang coupler, which was a pain in the rear end, but we eventually got done. We also had to pull out the gas tank. Unsuccessful. It's still in the boat. Turns out we have to either remove 2 seacocks, we have to cut the lazarette doors bigger, or we have to cut the gas tank into pieces, and none of those are going to happen.
So today we got the rudder installed in the boat, and that allows space in here at the parents' workshop to build battery boxes, which are actually what these are. Yesterday I built four battery boxes. Each battery box is going to hold 400 amp hour lithium batteries, and they'll all be in series, and then the 4 will be in parallel, so it'll be 400 amps of power at 48 volts to create a battery bank. So tonight my goal is to prime them, and then I'll probably put a finished coat of paint on them at some point.
Originally we had ordered our new motor for the boat back in November, and it's May. We still haven't gotten it, so that's just great.
So we decided to convert our boat to electric. This is our second electric conversion. So part of for the first boat, we had a runaway diesel, and Heather told me either we need a new motor regardless. She's like, I don't want to run that one. So I looked at all the options, and by the time I bought a new diesel or like a small electric conversion for it, it was similar in price, a little bit more on the electric side, but we also needed new house batteries, and so when you factor that in, it was actually not that much more expensive than just a like motor upgrade or swap. We actually really enjoyed it. So when it came time for a new sailboat, we're looking at that. One of our criteria was a hull form that was fairly easily driven, from a sailing perspective, but also from a motoring perspective. So I spent a lot of time researching boats, and we had a couple other criteria. We wanted an encapsulated keel, and that allows the lead. There are no keel boats, so the lead can't fall out or fall off the boat. And then we did want a skeg hung rudder for the protection, and we wanted a fin keel, not a full keel boat. And so we got most of that on this boat. We have a fully encapsulated keel, we have a partially skeg hung rudder, and that even if you hit something hard, it'll probably shear at the gudgeon, which still means you have a little bit of a rudder, not crazy amount left. And then it has a decent like sail area to displacement. And then we did watch some videos online, and I was watching about Ericson sailing, and I was really just watching for to see what speed they got based on the like hull speed, theoretical hull speed number, were they actually able to sail up to that speed or not. Because our old Hunter, like its theoretical hull speed was like 6.2 knots or whatever, and it was hard to get it to even close to 6 unless it was pretty crazy weather. And so we wanted a boat that would sail faster and easier than that one. So our research said that this boat would sail well. We looked at a few others, and that was how we did the criteria, because we were going into it knowing at some point we were going to convert to electric. So we ended up putting in, it's a 12 to 30 kilowatt, I think, depending on the configuration motor. So we can do like 12 kilowatts continuous, so about 16 horsepower continuous. And so far it's been more than adequate. We haven't really used it too much yet. I think the fastest we went was like 4.5 or 5 knots with it, and we were pulling like 50 amps or something. So, which is quite a bit, and we were pulling more power than the last boat, but the battery bank is 4 times the size of the last boat. So I will honestly tell you that this conversion did cost way more than just repowering with a diesel, because there was an old gas motor on it, and we were looking to probably repower regardless by buying this boat. And so yeah, by the time you upgrade a house bank, I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 batteries there, and so we did add more batteries than would be required for a diesel upgrade. But the nice thing is it's quiet, and I understand it, and I'd rather work on an electric system, even though it is frustrating at times when you're tracing wire numbers, than on a diesel conversion. So yeah, I think that's it, Heather. So I kicked her outside. It's night time. It's actually nice outside, but I was like, I'm going to record a video. So yep. Oh, and she told me there wasn't enough lighting, and I can see my eyes, so I think we're good as long as I have my hat tipped up a little bit. So, but we do still have our big work lights on, so that helps with some false lighting, not sunshine. So this is our new electric motor. It is from HPVs. They're out in California. We ordered a kit through Thunderstruck, and this was one of the options I had. So this is a AC34 motor. I think it's capable of, it's like 12 kilowatts continuous, and I think it goes up to 30 or something there. So it's, if you convert it to horsepower, it's essentially 16 horsepower continuous that it can produce. I think it goes almost up to like 35 horsepower that it can peak at. It weighs 85 pounds, as you can tell from the cushion. It is heavy. So it gets face mounted onto the bracket with 4 bolts, and then on the shaft there is a pulley that has teeth. There's a centerpiece that lines it. It is a belt driven system, so it's a 2.6 to 1 essentially gear ratio in the drive. It's a 48 volt motor, and we have 19.2 kilowatt battery bank size. So it's 400 amps at 48 volts. The other exciting news when I opened it is that it was manufactured in the US. That was kind of a added plus for us. This is our motor controller. It's connected with 3 wires to the 3 studs on the motor. The motor, I guess, is an AC, so it's an alternating current motor. So it runs 3-phase, and so the motor controller takes in the 48 volts, and then essentially it's pulsing and generating 3-phase to run the motor. The motor also has encoders and a temperature gauge in it that allows it to know the position, so it's accurate and runs. These controllers can get kind of warm, and so this is the controller, and we have underneath it, you can see, is a finned heat sink, and so this will get mounted to here to help dissipate any heat that's generated in it. This is a gauge of some sort. I don't really know what it's actually supposed to display. It came with the motor controller. This is our wiring harness that I gotta figure out where everything gets mounted and goes, and how I'll wire it all. I do know that these are the temperature and encoder wires for the motor. And then this would be our main contactor right here. And so these two small studs would be 12 volt, and then these would be the 48. And so it allows you to turn the 48 volts onto the entire controller and then disconnect it with a keyed switch. So this is our system that we're going to install. So I'm working on installing the motor now. We have like a mounting bracket. It's already hooked up to the prop shaft and installed in the boat. And then we have a throttle that's mounted on the new home blocks that we made. And so it's electronic, so it's forward goes forward and reverse goes reverse on the throttle, and so it's just a continuous spectrum. So I will have to wire that into this wire harness. Not entirely sure how that part gets wired in. So, and then because trying to remove stuff out of the weather, we decided to install our key switch for this to turn it on and off inside the companionway. That way it's mostly protected and still very convenient to reach from the helm. I think it's reachable. If not, it's a like half step around it. So yeah, this is the system we're going to install today, or start installing today, I guess, probably the better terminology.
So basically what follows is a whole lot of futzing, trying to get everything lined up, get everything connected. Our first conversion was super simple. Basically we put the motor in, got it semi-aligned, bolted it down, finished aligning it, put the belt on, snapped a couple connectors together, and we were on our way. Absolutely not the case with this one. As you saw, we had a very complicated wiring harness and there was a lot more involved. The wiring diagram also was confusing, and I don't want to say inaccurate, but it wasn't super helpful. The throttle and the throttle control basically just refused to talk to each other. It was about 5 hours of Philip troubleshooting and trying to figure that out, and then once we got it to respond, we had a just as frustrating issue. Basically you'd push the throttle forwards and the boat would move forwards. You put it into reverse and it would go forwards. We'd run downstairs, rewire it, put the boat into reverse, and oh my gosh, it works. It goes in reverse, and we push the throttle forward, and it went in reverse. it was real stupid. So a couple of relays later, everything is all fine and dandy, works great. Now the only issue we have with our propulsion system is our stinking two-blade folding prop. There is not a way for us basically to get regen into the batteries while we're out sailing, but that's going to be next year's issue.
Oh, it's been 30 minutes. Oh, I didn't think it was that long. Here's my motor. Sorry for the bad lighting. There's some sunshine behind me. It is installed on this bracket, which is stainless, bolted in. And these are just help hold it upright. It's heavy though. 85 pounds at that like weird angle over the edge. Kind of sucked to get in there. So, yeah, now it's to wiring.
43 amps. Nice. All right. Just let me know when you're ready for me up here.
Yep, I will let you know.
So the following and the rest of this video is just taking the boat out for its first motor test. So if you find that boring, just, I don't know, go to the next video.
Making sure it works.
No, you're good. I'm just checking with you. All right, you good?
Yeah, yep. Yeah,
All right,
I'm good.
I'm dropping them. Okay, clear. Throw in reverse, Captain.
I'm coming out.
You good?
What?
It's going as smoothly as it could.
What?
Clear. You're good. This isn't intimidating at all. All right. Sorry about being upside down, guys. Watch it. How's she running? How's it feel? Big. Feels big.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I didn't even get a chuckle out of that.
I'm used to having two little like markers for my hands. That
Now
I'm
you got
confused
one.
with one. My can you grab like a piece of paper or?
Yeah. You would stop by taking the inaugural video.
So 2 knots. Actually go faster.
Alright, what's the abbreviation for knots?
The K.
KNS? No, KN. KT? KTS?
Yep.
Alright.
So 2.4 knots, 730 watts. Oh, can you turn the refrigerator up?
How do I turn the refrigerator
It's
on?
on this breaker panel. You're gonna struggle to get to it, but it's on that one.
I gotta climb around the sail. Ow.
Off now?
Yep.
Okay. So 2.5, and we're at 705.
2.5, 705. I'm just gonna put a K.
Okay. The other one's W.
K and W. Oh, my nose tickles so bad. We thought our boat needed a buff and wax. Yeah.
All right. 3 and 1.15.
1.153.
And then KW.
KW. 3.0 K. W. Oh, I gotta say it. Hey, I know who that is.
You actually know
go, fishing boat.
Fishing boat's going. Now turning, like right at me.
Yeah.
Where the hell are you?
Don't know. Maybe they know me. That could also be it.
Gosh.
We're gonna get all sorts of people harassing us when we're out sailing because everyone knows the big yellow boat.
It is electric.
Yep. I'm pretty sure it's Phil Wisniewski. Pretty sure that's what it is.
So 3.9 or 4? Say 4.
4.
Yep. 1.83.
Okay.
But I guess we are actually going that fast.
We're puffing along pretty good.
I don't know. I'm just so used to it. Like this would feel like 5 or 6 on our little. Or
Oh
like
yeah.
4 knots is like flying, but
Yep.
this is different. Okay.
Cool.
Can you just write on there, just on the side,
Mhm.
baseline, 51 watts. So 51 W.
51 W. How's she handle?
Be turning pretty good.
Yeah, she does.
Like actually a pretty tight corner.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't spin on a dime like the Hunter did, but
Actually, I think it's spinning just about as fast. Like, you can see there's the boat wake.
well, here I was trying to be funny.
It feels way different though.
It's
sitting
I'm
here.
sure it
than,
does.
like, way
you
back
forget
there.
you have a whole tail behind you.
Because you're pivoting at a different point.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just really don't know how I feel about a mast with nothing on it, you know? That is a nice boat.
Pretty low. Pretty low.
Yeah, we essentially just put it in the water. Was all we did. All we did was put it in the water, and he did basically everything else. He took it over to the jimmy pole and...
Really?
Mhm.
You put the boat in the water and he brought the mast over?
Yep. Yeah, he
Interesting.
hit up with everything on a trailer. And did it pretty much all himself. So.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
Alright, and then can you just draw a big line underneath?
Yep.
And the upwind. 1.3 and 369 knots.
Mhm.
So there's nothing up there.
Yeah, there's nothing in the marina. That sand dune is so nice. Just kicked it again. Just listening to all the drunk people singing on the lake.
Knots and 994 watts.
994.
Feels nice to be on the roof.
It really does.
There's just a bit more of a it turns a little bit slower.
Slower?
The wheel is massive.
The wheel what?
It's massive.
It is. I mean, it's freaking huge. It is massive. It really is.
Oh, it makes me want to go sailing.
I know it does.
Well, that's gonna go down.
They'll just pulled his sail down.
Actually, can you change the last one to 2.7?
You want me to cross it out?
Yeah, cross that out.
2.7.
1.02 kilowatts. KW.
KW, okay. Getting zoomed by a pontoon here. There's another sailboat in the channel.
Where'd they go?
I know, right? I should just send them a picture.
You do that where you just put the camera on and do a selfie. Let's do a selfie.
Yeah, give me 1 second. No, retake. There you go.
Probably also send that to our whole family or your family.
Yep.
Just broke chat, everyone.
Right. I was gonna send a video out, but
It's so quiet.
I
We're
know.
doing like 2.7, 2.8. Oh.
no, you do. Said message failed to send.
What?
I said, yeah. We can do another pass, but I don't want to go in
I know.
with the no light. But
I'm gonna get out of the wind and I was gonna play turning first.
alright, works for me. I don't know what sailboat this is, but I just want to not run them over. Or be run over by them, I should say.
Power button.
Huh?
Power button. Part of this is just like, how far do we coast? How far do we?
Yeah.
Like,
We seem to coast for a while. Woo! I give her a good rattle. Yep,
okay, that stopped us pretty quick.
it did. But you have to engage it quick. That's kind of what it felt like, right?
If it's stuck spinning in reverse, Randy says sometimes it doesn't like to.
Yeah.
It's nice that I can just sit here and not have to yell at you for like, what's the amp drop? What's this?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm
just,
not
like,
stuffed
sitting
way
here,
down
like,
in the cabin.
hey.
We're just sitting here watching. I don't know who that is, but it's a pretty boat. Are we going back in?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta tell me that.
Something else you want to practice first?
Nope.
I just kind of wanted to know about reverse.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Kind of cute little boat right here in this Bombadil.
What'd you say?
So this little Bombadil, I think it's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Probably has more space than our 30.
Oh, I'm sure it does. What'd you say? Ooh, this one's gonna be a problem.
What?
This is not gonna reach when I have to cleat that off. I don't know if it's going to or not.
So you just throw.
What?
You just throw.
Just throw what?
The rope. You literally just chuck the rope
Over the dock.
over the dock.
Yep. I get it.
So,
Picked it up and went, uh-oh.
we're just gonna come in nice and slow.
Agree.
It is weird, like it feels about 3 foot longer. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's nice.
Looking forward. And then you look back and go,
Yeah, you look back and you go, oh my god.
There's another 8 foot behind me. Or 5, 6, at least 6.
Yeah.
Nice thing is, you can do this.
And you can just, yeah, you got pretty much free range. Just watch out for your mooring ball.
Number 6.
I'm surprised that we only have a couple of boats out on mooring balls right now. They're all taken, but I don't know why. No one's gone for it yet.
Chris Craft.
What? What'd you say?
Chris Craft.
What?
The boat. It's a Chris Craft.
I don't know what boat. There's a whole bunch of
The
boats
little
over
power
there.
boat.
Got it. Okay, thank you. I don't know what boat. You pointed at like 17. And I was like, I don't know what that is.
Hey, it recorded our track on here.
It
Showed
did.
our little line
Our little
of what we
first
did.
cruise. It's not the first sail, but it is the first cruise, eh?
Yep. Alright, which one is it? There we go. That's the one we want. Boy, this is gonna be fun.
What?
I said, oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Yep. Don't say stuff like that. Gets me all panicked. Just watch your butt.
You want to step back, actually,
Yeah.
to the gate.
Do I have to get off at the gate?
No, but you're, like, where you were standing
Oh,
is...
blocking your view. Just watch your butt when you turn because you're real close. Okay.
You want to steer?
No,
Okay.
I don't. But I want to know that you are watching your butt. So if you say, I'm watching it, then I'm good. That's all I need. I want to holler, Kevin!
I'm gonna start this turn.
Soon.
Not yet. Still not yet. I think.
This feels good. That feels terrifying.
But it...
I understand why you're doing it. Sorry, I'm shutting up now. Shutting up now. You're doing good. Bring the nose over. Bring your nose over.
Yeah, but I don't want to crush the dot.
You're good. Nope, you're gonna clear it. You're fine.
So whatever.
Okay, that's good. Now straighten it out, I think. Just turn it.
Shorted us way too much.
Sorry.
Like I should have told you no, like the white, because
Yep.
just throw a couple wraps, you're gonna have to undo this one. Because I already had tightened it so we were tight.